So there's yet another unexplained mystery currently occurring in this, what now starts to feel like a rigged living space, rigged by the fact that the landlord is sponsoring a known psychopath who is a career criminal to engage in all kinds of harassment and interference with whatever it is that I might try to do in the privacy of this living space. And all of a sudden, while I'm trying to fill up this wash bin with water to wash some clothing, because I can't use the laundry facilities across the street because of the hate stalking sex offender rapists that like to converge in that doorway 24/7 pretty much and harass women who walk by or who try to use the laundry facilities, all of a sudden the sink is clogging up and there's nothing in the sink clogging it up. I put my hand into this water half a dozen times over the last 10 minutes since it suddenly mysteriously started to back up for no reason. I have not washed any dishes in the sink today. I have not put any food down the drain. I don't usually put food down the drain anyway. My diet today has consisted of granola bars and dry cereal, which don't require any dishwashing. This is what I've eaten today because I've actually been pretty busy trying to clean up my unholy mess of an apartment after having worked 10 out of the last 12 days and have only had basically one day off to do any cleaning. So now I'm trying to wash my clothes, which I need to go back to work, and the sink is backing up very mysteriously. There's nothing in the drain. I mean, I've literally stuck my hand down that drain half a dozen times, and there's absolutely nothing that could possibly be causing it to clog up all of a sudden. It's interesting that these malfunctions and dysfunctions only happen when I'm actively trying to do something that would get me out of the building and over to my work. You know, suddenly things that suddenly happen that shouldn't happen, such as no hot water within the first 2 minutes of me trying to take a shower when I'm going to work. You know, that kind of thing. The sink clogging up when I'm trying to wash my work clothes so I can wear them to work the next day. And I don't have a lot of time to wait for the sink to unclog itself from its mysterious and sudden clogging up for no reason. I mean, I've been using the sink all day to do other stuff and it never clogged up. But now that I'm trying to wash my work clothes, it has suddenly clogged up. I'm just going to wait for it to drain. Irizarry, the paid and sponsored psychopath that the Greenville Group keep referring to as their surveillance expert, who obviously has knowledge of what I do in the privacy of this living space, claims to be a structural engineer. Does that mean plumber? Does that mean someone who has the ability to install cheap, easy to use, easily obtainable saddle valves on intake pipes to your tap to contaminate the water to your tap so that when you're trying to rinse out your hair, the water suddenly stinks like vomit or like someone's filthy feet when you're not the one who's got filthy feet or you're not the one who smells like vomit? So then you have to go down the hall to use the shower in the common bathroom to finish rinsing off, where the water to that tap doesn't stink like vomit or like filthy feet because the psychopath seems to be focusing her contamination efforts on the taps to your unit, not the taps to the bathroom down the hall. Yeah, that's the kind of sudden interference that I'm referring to, the kind that prevents me from being able to do what I'm trying to do at the moment that I'm trying to do it, because doing it will get me out the door and over to my job. This piece of shit, Jasmine Irizarry, has a serious issue with me having anything work-related happening outside of this building. And she's getting sponsored by the Greenville Group, according to multiple people who have told me that they are paying her to engage in harassment and stalking of tenants that they don't like and are trying to get rid of. Well, yeah, the Greenville Group is trying to get rid of me, and they have been for years. Just check out how many lawsuits they've had against my tenancy in the last, 3 years, 4 years, none of which have worked out too well for them. I mean, I'm still here, still paying my rent. It's kind of a joke. I think they're wasting a lot of money on the paid, sponsored, perving, creeping sex offender psychopath named Jasmine Irizarry, who claims to be a structural engineer who gets paid to, quote, take care of problems. So one of the problems that's happening right now is that the sink is clogging up. Every time I try to turn the tap on and fill up my wash basin so I can hand wash my work clothes, the sink clogs up. And you just saw it here on live video. How exciting. I know. If you don't like my channel, go fuck yourself or go watch somebody else's channel, you no life, low life scum, right? You don't like my channel? Then stop watching, rejects. How stupid you have to be to obsessively watch somebody's videos and then constantly complain about them like some sort of psycho. Huh. You must be a psycho. And by psycho, I mean career thugs, hate stalking rejects who choose to lead a life of crime and don't want to help themselves. That's what I mean. All right, let's try this again. Oh, now the sink is suddenly draining. Wow, what a miracle. Must be because the psychopath, Irizarry, has some kind of awareness that I'm making a video documenting the fact that the sink was all backed up 3 minutes ago. Let's see if this continues. Stay tuned, folks. Never a dull moment in this place, not even when you don't leave your unit for a day and are simply trying to take, normal everyday tasks, and then they can't be completed because there's some kind of interference.